This is Chandresh. Now I am explaining Jitara Jitara task. If any, if we want to create any website, we need to we need to create front-end and backend. In this front-end, we are using React.js and backend as Node.js and server side as PostgreSQL database. What is the front-end? Front-end is a part of a website or application that user interact with the directly. It includes the design, layout, and user interfaces. Backend. Backend is the behind the scenes part that manage the data, process request, and handle the server side operations, making the front end functionals. Okay. First of all, I explain the how to create the database, how to um, how to create the database. We need to create the database. We are using PostgreSQL database. So we are installing pgadmin4. In the pgadmin4, I created a customer table, customer database. In that have I created a customer table by using created query create query, and that and after that I will inserting the records by using the insert query. After that inserting the query, if you want to see how many records can be stored or what values can be stored using select a star from customer data query. This is manual entry. User enters the records. Now our records are stored. Next, now I am explaining backend. Um, First of all, I would like to explain the insert.data.js. Insert.data.js and server.js, my backend folders, JavaScript folders, files. Insert.data.js. Const pool require pool. It is the destructuring the import the pool. Requiring PG, which is Node.js module for interacting with the PostgreSQL database. Const pool equal to new pool of these logic or code we used for establishing the connection between the established connection pool to PostgreSQL database. Using the my credentials. This is the database I created is the customer database. I created customer database and password that port number host Postgre. This logic is used for creating the insert data by the logically logically. But now I am avoiding these lines. So I never call the function. Now I am using here const get data. In this async function, this code retrieves the data from the customer data table in the SQL. Process the created the timestamp and return the date with additional date and time the properties are I mentioned there. Reverse, split, join. These are the properties and hours equal to hour 12 equal to false. However, if you here mentioned it true, the time will be displayed on 12 minutes. That okay. Next, here const client await pool. The 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 code establishes a connect to the PostgreSQL using a connection pool and it waits asynchronously await until the connection successfully required. Okay. Next is server.js. These two are the my backend files. Const get data require importing the get data. Here we are exporting the data. Get data. Here we importing the data. Const express, const course. These are the networking functionalities. If we are using other domains like we are retrieving the data from the Amazon website or Facebook, uh, that like which means another domains we are using const. Why I am using here course by avoid preventing to the unexpected errors. And here express is the connection between the express. Express is Express is the networking functionality which is get to post to put to like the operations handle it. Okay. Here const result await the get data. Get data can be the data. Get data can what we can retrieve the data from the selector star from data. This data can be stored in the get data. The get data value can be stored next result. In this result dot send. This is the operation. This is the method. The send method can be sent to the front end by we are using JSON function also used. I use send operator. App.listen. Here listen function. Listen function is most important in the backend side, uh, which is connection. Here port is the our server side database. Which means PostgreSQL port 5432, which can connect with the backend Node.js. Why? Why? Because we are using that here. That's why we are using here. Next, front end side. Front end, React.js. Importing the React DOM, which is DOM manipulations we are using for the React DOM. App component can be we here import import and const root React DOM manipulation, which is creating the root document.get element by id, which is id can this root can be retrieve or selected by the selected id, which is present in the index.html file. So yeah, that id can be accessed here, and that root.render means displayed, which means like in our Python or or print scanf like that. Here using render, which means displayed. This React script mode app. This is the functional call method in React JSX. In React JSX, we can call this like app.jsx. Uh, Import Axios from Axios. It is a popular library for making HTTP request in the web application. These are the components. These are all components we are importing from the other files, and that files are we are exporting. So here import if we are using that files all. Next import dot bootstrap. This is used for um, styling styling case. We are using importing. Import from Lodash. Lodash is the utility library for JavaScript. Const app. This is the functional method. Functional component. In that const data set data equals to use state. This is the use state method. It is a React hook that allows the functional component in React to manage and update the state. Whenever you use the use state, it returns one array in that have variable, which is updating value and function. This is the value which is the data variable. This is the function. Like that remaining also same work functionality working the same functionality. Used it mostly used for re-render, which means uh, updating the value more user for used it, like a counter counter if for example in a, Amazon have products, uh, one we are adding a cart, 1 2 3 number of increases that we are using by using the usestat. So updating the value for using the usestat re-render, which means re-render use effect. Use effect is used to the React component to perform the side effects. Data fetching. Data fetching means the data can be what can be stored by fetching the data. Uh, I think all knows about the fetching, substitution, manual DOM manipulations after components renders. Data fetching refers to the what is data fetching? Data fetching refers to the process of retrieving data from an external source. Here, fetch data, I always previously said response. This is the variable. In this variable can be stored the fetching data. In the fetching data, localhost 3001. This is the server running. Our server is running. Port number 3001. I clearly next node server .js. Our server is running backend. So our port number 3001. So I write right over here 3001 localhost. And next console.log respond.data result. Respond data, which means our data can be stored in data, and that result here over here we write result. In result we have stored in data. So we are using response.data.result. Okay. Try. Mostly I would like to write the any code try catch block. Why? Because I am finding the errors we can easily. So I use it mostly. Next, const filter data. Filter data, which means filter data we are using search term. Search term can be used by the here. So search bar. In search bar, this is the component. This is the search bar function call. In call that we are sending the some props, the search term and search change. So we are using search bar.jsx. In search bar, we are sending input group and form control. This importing from the React Bootstrap. Input group means input text field. Form control means controlling the all knows. Search term, answer change. Both these two are sending from the app.jx props. Yeah, this is these are okay. Mm. Input group class name MB means margin bottom 3 width 50%. Form control placeholder search by name or location value search term which the search term can be stored by using this answer change function. Whenever we are typing the data in text field, like in the text field you are entered T, that data can be stored and data can be updated by the value can be stored by the T data. So the search term can be stored by the value like that and exporting the default. This means export. So we are importing app.jsx and that you are using search term here. Uh, Whatever you search, capital letters or lowercase, the our JSX code we are using to lowercase change the upper to lower by using this method. Okay. Uh, we are searching the we are searching in the input field customer name or location. These two can be work in the input type. Next, const handle search change. Set to search value. Set the current page on. Whenever searching the data, if you are searching that okay, we'll see. Wait a minute, I will explain. Npm start. Okay. Whenever searching in the text field T or any alphabet can be, the data can be resulted, how many fields the pages can be displayed by using the, if I entered B, one page, four only stored in four records in one page. So that's why you are using here handle search change. It defines the function handle search change that updates the search term state updating and the value by the new value and resets the current page state to 1. You can check here value only 1, updating the current state page. Okay, next handle page number, set current page number. Current page number, which means which current page means we are in we are in page is called current page. Option sort is used for by the option sort. This sorting function, data assigning, data designing. This is the sorting. So I am writing the component name option.jsx. In this option.jsx, we are sending the proper option sort. This option sort sending by the over here. Here we are send. Here I write one drop down function. If I click the date and assigning, the date can be stored in the field and assigning can be stored by the order, by the this array researching function. Okay, and next next to sorted data. Sorted data means if uh, if we sorting the data can be modified by the using of order by method. Order by method is not our Java React JavaScript function method, so it is a utility. Utility means a library or importing method, library like. So this is a Ludash method, Ludash library. So we are using by the underscore. The data can be written by the filtered data. Next to comes to total records. Sorted data. Our sorting data. After sorting the data, how many records can be the data length can be stored by the total records. In the total records, uh, we are using math function math.ceil. Total means rounding the function. This is math function. Total records by records per page. Total records f- starting we have a 50 records. 50 by 20. This is the task in have only one page have 20 records only, so that we are I mentioned I declared there over there. So total pages equals to 50 by 20, 3 pages. So that total pages we displayed 3. Next, paginated data. In that paginated data, we are sending current page and total pages handle page change. These props can be sending on page change. Whenever clicking the previous button, the current page minus 1, our current page minus 1. If the current page equal to 1, the button is disabled. The button function is not worked. Next, it is a spanner. This is page one of one, page one of three, like that. Writing this backtick string. In after that, next this is the next function, next button. On page current page plus one. Uh, for example, our current page equal to one is one. Adding one by one. When it long goes to the equal to total base. After total base, the our next button can be disabled. Exporting the function. Next, sorted data table. table data, paginated data, mainly table data. In this table data, we are importing a table from the React Bootstrap table stripped. Stripped means the data alternate shade colors. Next, hover function and border lines. So that here stripped bordered hover. In that render table header. In this render table header, we are map of header. Header is the headline attribute names or field names. Headings. Example for headings. Returning the header. In this React.js map function can be used unique identity so that we are assigning the key. And is here header is the expression so that we mention the curly braces. Next render dot table. In the table rows records so that I mentioned row. Next here over there if we dynamically updating by the row within the square brackets header here mentioned so that if our table data length equal to 0, for example I searching the data that the data cannot be stored in the our records, so the data length equal to 0, so then displayed no data available. Okay. Okay, successfully compiled. Our I will again executing this code, clear the server means stop the server. Again I will running the server. Server is running on port number 3001. Next again I terminate the React server. Next npm start. No, data can be displayed. Just few seconds wait. Okay, our data can be stored. Functions, check the functions.